All right, guys, so we got to talk about the Democrat Party and the current civil war going on between the far left that support Palestine versus basically everybody else. As I've told you guys, this issue is going to tear the Democrats apart, okay? Because Democrats have coddled people who have extremist tendencies, and they've essentially said that violence is okay to achieve a political objective. And lo and behold, you have individuals that are using violence to achieve a political objective when it comes to this Israel and Palestine situation. Again, it's amazing how the Democrats and behaviors that they condone and that they encourage has come back to haunt them. Okay, this is what I mean by the pendulum always swings the other way in politics. You should be careful what you support today because you might regret supporting that tomorrow, as it can/will eventually be used on you. Okay, the Democrat monster has broke off the leash, and now they're essentially attacking the Democrat Party, right? They are destroying the Democrat Party. And that's exactly what I talk about here today, as we got to talk about a story involving Democrats at a congressional holiday party out in Detroit. And we all know that in Detroit, Michigan, that area, there's a large Muslim population, and a lot of these people are very pro-Palestine. Now, these people apparently protested at the Democrats' holiday party, and let's just say it was fiery, but mostly peaceful.
You guys to stand the fuck up. It's a boycott on Arabs. It's a boycott on them. It's time. It's motherfucking time. They came in here, they bust me in my head and everything. I ask you, this is the blacks that are fighting against them. We're fighting against them.
Please leave the building. Please leave from in front of the building.
You're asking them to leave. They can't even tell them. They need the man. The Arabs are coming.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Okay, so we're going to get into this story, right? We're going to learn a little bit more about what happened. Okay, we're going to react to this news clip here. And then we're going to talk about it. But before we get into it, I got to let you guys know how you can create your own fiery but mostly peaceful campfire. And that is why the sponsor of this video is Fire Pit Mini by Prepper's Peak. Shockingly, studies show that most people believe that they can survive for 2 weeks in the wilderness, but studies show that most people can't even spark a fire. The survey of 2,000 Americans shows that many are confident in their ability to survive in the wild. However, only 17% are very confident in their ability to start a fire just with flint. And that is why tens of thousands are relying on the Fire Pit Mini in order to start their fires outdoors. The Fire Pit Mini stove grants anybody the ability to start fires, boil water, and cook food from virtually anywhere with only kindling and leaves as fuel. You can spend hours spinning sticks and running through your matches in order to try to start a fire to cook your food and to stay warm. But the Fire Pit Mini stove is engineered to give you an effective, reliable, and simple way to start a robust fire with little smoke in any condition and without any hassle. The Fire Pit Stove Mini is the most effective choice for camping, hunting, traveling, road trips, power outages, emergencies, and more. It can be the critical difference between life or death in a crisis. Lightweight and portable, give the gift of warmth this holiday season by simply placing your order now to get 25% off, along with many other free bonuses like access to the Prepper's Peak exclusive newsletter, free express shipping, and last but not least, 100% lifetime guarantee. Hurry now before they sell out by going to firepitmini.com. That's firepitmini.com and use promo code HOLIDAY for 25% off.
All right, now we're going to turn to chaos inside a congressional holiday party that has some longtime Democrats in Detroit saying demonstrators calling for a ceasefire in Gaza went way too far. They accused protesters of causing a violent disruption during the annual holiday gathering for Democrats in the 13th Congressional District. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig has the video of the chaos that included one person being struck in the face.
There were no arrests in the chaos that broke out here at the Common Pub near Wayne State Saturday night, but there was an assault that was caught on cell phone camera. Bobby Johnson is the woman who was punched in the face by a protester, leaving her bloody. It happened shortly after protesters interrupted the annual holiday gathering for the 13th Congressional District Democratic Party.
It was something that we didn't expect. We never expect anything like that to happen to any of us that go, because we go annually to our Christmas party.
Girl, I don't know why. Right? I don't know why. You should have expected, because this is what the Democrat Party has created. The Democrat Party has created a political environment where you have extremists that think that it's okay to commit these acts of violence because they believe that their cause is just, right? They're out here saving the world, okay, social justice. And yeah, these individuals have been violent for a long, long, long time. Again, these are the same individuals that were part of Antifa, BLM, the Roe v. Wade rioters. These are all the same people that have a long history of violence. So again, it's no surprise that they show up to a Democrat Party event, to try to protest for social justice. And all of a sudden, again, they're turning violent, which you would have known that had you been paying attention, right? But again, not surprised at all. Now, again, I do feel bad for these people, okay, because they didn't necessarily ask for this, okay? They're not, I guess, the national level Democrats or whatever, or maybe they're not all the Democrats that have condoned this type of behavior. Maybe they are. Who knows? Maybe they said nothing during the BLM protest, right? I'm wondering, right? What did you say during the BLM protest? Were you concerned about the violence when they was burning down cities and neighborhoods? Were you concerned about that? I hope so, right? Because if not, then I can't say I feel that bad. But, if you were speaking out about it, then yeah, I can say I feel bad about it, but I doubt it.
My pressure was going crazy. My heart was beating fast.
The party started as usual, but 30 seconds after Congressman Sri Thanadar started speaking, a woman on a megaphone interrupted him, calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, some wearing T-shirts saying Free Palestine.
This is not going to give you support for your cause. I welcome them to come to my office. I welcome them to invite me to town halls where I could come and we can have a dialogue.
Partygoers, including
they don't want a dialogue, right? They don't want to debate because they've been told they don't have to. They don't have to debate any of their ideas. They don't have to articulate why they're right. Okay, all they have to do is scream hate and bigotry. Well, it's Islamophobic, right? It's Islamophobic for you to disagree with me. There's a genocide happening. Again, whatever they typically use in order to justify their actions and their behavior, right? That's all they got to do. And the reason why they believe that is because of precedents that have been set by Democrats.
Some longtime political activists say protesters went too far when they were asked to leave and refused to do so.
They were being disruptive and they were not supposed to leave. The owner asked them to leave. I asked them to leave. They refused to leave, so they were removed from a place that they had no business and no legal right to be in.
When the protesters were being pushed out is when one of them punched Johnson in the face. Some then proceeded to bang on the windows from the outside.
And they had their boots and shoes bamming up against the windows. You can imagine how that sound and how fearful that the people were, especially the senior people that was there.
Wow. Again, just imagine how everybody felt during the BLM protest, the Antifa protest, the Roe v. Wade protest, riots, right? Just imagine how everybody felt doing that. Again, it's amazing. Democrats are getting their taste of their own medicine. They're getting a taste of their own medicine. Ain't it amazing?
Police were first to arrive and say at that time the protesters were outside. We're told they moved them back and assisted in getting Johnson transported to the nearby hospital. Detroit police say they are investigating what happened, but so far there have been no arrests.
The fact is, what happened Saturday was something that should not have happened. We came there to have a good time.
In Detroit, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you.
You're not allowed to have a good time. Your silence is violence, right? Your silence is violence, according to Democrats. Okay, so therefore, you're being violent by not agreeing with them, okay, and not speaking up. Okay, this is Democrat rhetoric. This is far left rhetoric. This is stuff that they have endorsed, they have condoned in the past, and it's just amazing to see how this has turned against Democrats in the worst way. Like I told you guys, Democrats, they need to be worried severely about what is going on in regards to their party and the civil war that's happening. You have a lot of young progressive voters who have decided that they're not going to vote for Joe Biden. Okay, they're not going to vote Democrat. They're not going to show up to vote over this issue. And like I told you guys from the beginning when this issue happened, I was like, this issue is literally going to destroy the Democrats, right? It's going to divide them and it's going to destroy the party. That's what's going to happen. And what you're seeing is it happening right in front of our faces. These people are still protesting. They've been protesting and rioting for months, okay? We've seen them do this before. BLM, Antifa, Roe v. Wade. When these people riot, they riot for months. They don't stop. They never quit. And lo and behold, Democrats are facing the wrath of the monster that they helped create. You notice how a lot of these protesters, they appear to be white. Okay, who knows? They might be Arabs because, you know, a lot of Arabs look white too. But is that racism, right? Is it racism for a white person to hit a black woman in the face, right? I'm just saying. I'm just wondering, right? I'm wondering, okay? What is the card to be played here? Okay, you have all of these woke liberals, right, attacking these black Democrats. Who has the most victimhood? Okay, who has the most infinity stones of wokeness? Right? I'm just saying. I mean, that's my thought process here. I'm not entirely sure who has the most oppression in this story. But anyways, just another example of Democrats facing consequences for precedents that they set in this country. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.